Yep, I said it. If we ever pull the second Omnimon, I was gonna have to get this. Unfortunately, the thing is, it takes $10 of our budget, which is kind of a shame because we only really need 2 cards out of here. We need the 2 Plesiomon. Thankfully, it comes with a bonus pack for us to open up, so which is like about $4 of our budget. So realistically, we're looking at spending about $3 per Plesiomon for $6 in total. Not the worst. I mean, basically, we're giving up a pack and a half for 2 very important cards for the deck. So $10 for the week, as well as we had $2.11 that carried over from the previous weeks, just because we got that starter deck in the very first video. So $10 left over from this week, plus the, or $8 here, plus the $2 from this week and the $2 from the first week. That gives us another pack for $22, as well as for going undefeated yet again for the 12th week in a row, we got a bonus $5. As well as we had 13 likes on the previous video, so that gave us 13 cents. So that puts us at $1.24 left over. So keep liking the videos, and I'll try my best to keep winning to get us some bonus bucks, so that way we can keep opening lots and lots of packs. So I've seen some crazy pulls out of a starter deck pack, so we're gonna start with that one to see how it goes, just because, like I said, I've seen some awesome pulls. Most of the time, I say 90% of the time, I've seen great pulls out of starter decks packs. So we'll see if this is gonna be another one for us here or not. So far, nothing to write home about. Not even some cheap ones for us. Growlmon, and wow, that was it. So just a Growlmon there. All right, or a War Growlmon at that. But yeah, so nothing useful there. I don't even think we use the Armadillomon, which pretty much everyone's seen pretty much all these by now. We've got a lot of these staples in our deck already. The Grizzlymons, you know, they always are great cards, but none of these that we need. These guys right here, this whole deck just for those guys. Ooh, Hammer Sparks. Maybe they might find themselves online. We'll see. I definitely don't need 2 play sets of them. All right, first main pack. So we still haven't seen a secret on the channel. Maybe we'll get there today. All right, awesome. That's a good one. The Gomamon, the gain 1 memory on deletion, inheritable. It's a great Gomamon card. Definitely looking for a play set of those. I think that's our second or third one so far. Oh, and a Gabumon as our rare. So that's the on-play draw. So we've only had so far the one that we traded for. So getting a second one is definitely a nice addition. Really giving us the Armadillomons today, it seems. Definitely not something we're gonna be playing, but I might see something shiny back there. Kari, and ooh, there's a secret! So we ended up with the Metal Greymon. Kind of unfortunate because we're not playing red. I think he's a pretty awesome level 5 though. Security attack +2. I mean, you can just push for game with this almost completely. Him, and then you get the Greymon underneath. That gives the +1 security. So then you're swinging with, you know, you're checking 4 security with that already. And if you have, you know, say the tie in play, that gives you +1 security. I mean, pretty crazy. Unfortunately, just not something that we're gonna be able to use in our deck, but still cool that we finally got a secret on the channel. Wow, no blue. Wow, no blue in that pack at all. Wow, okay. Well, I guess this week we're just getting our Plesiomons and we're gonna have to call it a day at that. We got a couple level 3s there, but I mean, that's not game breaking at all. Last pack, Hopefully we get something awesome. I don't know what really we can. Metal Garurumon would be pretty nice. Frigimon, there's a blue. It'd be good for that jamming deck if we go into that. Any more blues? Oh, we got something shiny. And, ooh, a Machinedramon. Definitely been putting in some work on black, so maybe we'll get some use out of it. Again, for trades, we traded that one Machinedramon that we had, the Alter Art. Maybe we can get a good trade out of this one as well. Also, check out my new mat for as my main mat for the channel here. Super awesome. Got the Royal Knights on here. You know, we got Omnimon, the bad boy Alphamon here, or bad girl, depending on which context you're looking at. It's got Magnadramon here, which is super awesome. Cannot wait for him to come out. We got Old Force here. Just all kinds of awesome guys. I love the Royal Knights. I think most people do. It's kind of a crowd favorite, but I love this mat. The colors look so awesome. There's a link in the description below for where I got this guy. Also, our trade for this week was just a Monzemon, just a common here, nothing too crazy, but I feel like this is definitely very much needed, especially now with the double Omnimon. We need to start being a lot more memory efficient when we're digivolving, and that 2 digivolve cost is so much better than the Zudomon that we're going to pull out for him. The Zudomon just has not been performing very well. I think we have too many of them overall in the deck, especially if we're digivolving in the raising area. We don't even get his digivolving effect. So he's so situational when we actually get to use him. I don't like attacking with a level 5 as it is, because usually I'm just trying to step up into my 6s and then into my 7. So his 7k DP often doesn't even come up anyway. I know it can hit over blockers, but I don't think it's that necessary if I'm not going to be attacking anyways. Next, the obvious one, Plesiomon here. Swapping out 2 of the Metal Garurumons here from the starter deck. Just that 4 digivolve cost is so steep. I pretty much never get to attack with it after I play it, and it just sits on the field just waiting to get, you know, de-digivolved or destroyed with a Terra Force or Gaia Force, you know, whatever. It sits on the field as a big target. I have gotten some amazing plays out of it, but plays that I could have easily gotten with the regular Metal Garurumon for, you know, 1 less. And then the other 2 here, just the obvious ones, the Gabumon and Gomamon here, swapping out the Bearmons. I mean, the Bearmon pretty much brings nothing. He's a 4K rookie. 4K isn't going to really be beating over much. If I'm attacking with a rookie into security, I'm pretty much expecting it to die anyways. So getting the on-play effect or this awesome on-deletion inheritable over the vanillas, I think is just so much better value. Alright, so first game here, we're just kind of building up, going back and forth a bit. Being very defensive, both of us. Building up those blockers. Really hate the Devimon because even playing defensive gets a little tricky because they can just crash into that so easy. So finding a way to deal with that is always like one of my main priorities. And Volcanic Dramon is great for dealing with the Devimon. Thankfully, I got, you know, kind of a 2-for-1 on that one, so I don't know if it quite equated up memory-wise, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Here, that Heat Viper coming down, though, dealing with both of my blockers, just absolutely brutal. And then immediately responds with follow-up with a Trump Sword, so pretty much everything I did was for naught. Here, just kind of going all out, dealing with the... So I'm going to swing over the metal with the Metal Garurumon here over that blocker, so I know he wouldn't deal with it. I love being able to just bring my Grizzlymon back out with the Metal Garurumon. And here, again, dealing with that Devimon, because my big guy was tapped, and being able to find a way to deal with it is... again, having to drop an Omnion on a single Devimon is so brutal. Here, doing I love the Leomon plays. It's so nice. Being able to crash, get that free memory, getting that evolve, and getting the draw. Always great. And just digging for more and more pieces to handle stuff. Also, used up his blocker for the turn. He's only got 2 security left. And there we go. Getting that Plesiomon.
with that security attack +1 from the Wergarumon here to hopefully clear out the last 2 security, and then we can hopefully push for game here with the Gabumon. Back for revenge, not doing any good, and yeah, so that took game 1. So then game 2 here, doing some back and forth. Really, he was kind of up against the wall there, having that Metal Garurumon out there like that. Didn't really have a whole lot of options, trying to use the Chimeramon to deal with pieces. And then, crashing into that Omnimon with one of your, like, kind of tentpole pieces feels so bad. And then having to use the Trump Sword to prevent me from going into another one. I still managed to build up immediately with all that memory from the Trump Sword and go into a Plesiomon. And boom, drop another Volcanic Dramon to deal with a Devimon. A single Devimon, and I have to drop an 11 cost Volcanic Dramon to handle it. But again, I got to protect my tentpole pieces. It's just too crucial. And then here, naturally, my security attack +1 runs into a Piedmon and immediately dies. But swinging with the Plesiomon, I don't feel too bad swinging with the Plesiomon here into purple. There's not really much I've got to worry about except for maybe Millenniumon. That could definitely be a threat. And so go attacking first and then going into the Omnimon isn't too bad there. And at that point, he just didn't have anything to stand up to us. Match 2 here is against a black deck, which was honestly, I really felt like I was struggling against this. Sorry for the bad quality there. That's the problem with these webcam games, is you're having to rely on everyone's having like amazing internet and amazing cameras to be able to see all the cards there. He's got a Gardramon and a Metal Greymon, and then a regular Greymon in the raising area. And this card, it makes me so mad. This is the Remember the Good Times, which de-digivolves. So takes de-digivolves 1, and then if the one below it is like a 3 or 4 cost or less, then it immediately destroys it. So you can just you can use it for multiple different scenarios, which is nice. Here, just I didn't know what to do, and it tacks into the Omnimon, which is normally great, but jamming on black inheritables are just so good. Jamming and reboot, just all these great things here. Yeah, this hurts. De-digivolves yet again here on me. It's only a 1, de-digivolve 1, but great way for dealing with Omnimon, and then follows it up with another Remember the Good Times. So kind of took 2 cards there to kill one Digimon. So that's a fairly good trade. Here, swinging with Piedmon, trying to get that memory and just seeing if we can push for game. We have so much on field that it's certainly possible. And just kind of being very cautious of what we attack with and in what order. Vegemon there. And yeah, I think I can't quite pull it off. Yeah, he blocks. I forgot for some reason that Black War Greymon can block, and that just messed me all up here. I think I was trying to hope to get into something to deal with 2 security attack. But yeah, I forgot that. I mean, I love that the War Greymon that's black has that reboot and blocker, so good, and such a solid heavy hitter. Here, having to drop the Monzemon first turn because I had nothing to work with, just feels so bad, so bad. But what's nice is immediately going into a Plesiomon next turn for only 2 memory, so that feels pretty good. Relatively cheap overall when you really consider it, getting a 12 out for that fast for that cheap. Here, using that Hammer Spark, I just love when I can pull this combo off here with that Metal Garurumon being able to attack the turn that you play it. you know, you often do have to use the Hammer Spark to manage it, because they leave you on 2 so often, and put Hammer Sparking up to 3, so that way you can then turn around and swing with it. And then getting that security attack +1 because of the Weregarurumon. So really good idea to block it, that's for sure. And yeah, block it with that rookie blocker. I love that rookie blocker for black. Such a very good costed card for them. And again, that Plesiomon just doing in work every round. Here, just returning that High Andromon to hand just was so in my way. So I just needed to get rid of it, so because he had just nothing to work with. So we were just really ramping up there. And again, swinging with this Metal Grumon. No security attack +1 this time. The Plesiomon still sitting on the field though, which feels really good. That this is our 3rd attack into security with it, and still just kicking. Dropping that Hammer Spark again. Oh my goodness, I love Hammer Spark so much. I think we're just trying to draw into something at this point to help secure us the victory. Maybe I'm trying to go into an Omnimon here. I think Omnimon's a little unnecessary for what's on the opposing field. Yeah, so also with that tie, I think that's the tie that starts on that 3 memory every turn. So here they go into another Wargreymon black. But our field is just so stacked at this point. 2 blockers is a lot to deal with here. We do manage to clear the security out, and just too much stuff on field here to block. So at this point, it's not really going to matter. And block that and kill my Garurumon, and then swing for game with Gabumon. So forced to go into game 3 here. Ramp up pretty. We both ramp up really fast. He goes into that the Wargreymon that's black, and I got my Plesiomon out really quickly. And yeah, dropping the Omnimon to deal with that Wargreymon, and really not leaving a whole lot of options there. Digivolves over the blocker to go into the Greymon. D-Digivolves 1. Which is a great card for black to deal with Omnimon. Being able to just, I know it's not like a super crazy play, but being able to just take Omnimon off the field, that 15k, really kind of opens you up to being able to deal with it from that point on. Because dealing with a 12k Plesiomon is so much easier than a 15k Omnimon. Case in point, right here, just blocks it with the Wargreymon. With all the buffs and everything like that from the ties and things like that. But here, again, just going kind of all out here, hoping there's nothing in security that's going to prevent us. I can't think of anything that would trigger that would stop us, though. And, yep, there it is. And then we punch for game and take game 3 there and match number 2. Here, ended up playing a yellow against yellow. It is the same player on the Discord server. Dealing with those that DP reduction, that minus 10k. Oh, it's so frustrating. It's like every color except for blue has a great way to deal with cards. I had just disliked Kakaida's Breath so much. Here, feeling really good. Got that perfect stack going with the Metal Garurumon, or almost perfect. But end up running into the, what is it, Kintosar, and on that first security check. So we didn't even get to trigger the security attack +1, and we didn't get our second attack in on top of that, which would have just been like a blowout if we checked 4 security at once. Once again, just dropping the, what is it, the Symphony card. It might be minus 7k on that one. There's one that's minus 10k and another one I believe that's minus 7k. So then just dealing with that field there, I hate looking at a yellow deck running the Wizardmon because they all have Vengeance, and so it's just really scary to be looking at something like that, just knowing that if I ever block anything, I'm just dead. So we end up dropping the Volcanic Dramon here for killing both of the Vengeance and the other rookie there. Eventually, though, builds back up. Got the Kentosar there. 2 blockers. Digivolves over the blocker, though, which I don't know if that was necessarily a good idea here. But then drop the Omnimon to, I believe, clear out the two blockers here. So yeah, at one point they had 3 blockers on field. So if I could have dropped the Omnimon then, that would have been even better. But do what you can, and so then I start swinging with that Omnimon. Not really a whole lot. I think they were just playing a little too defensively in this game. And there we go. We take that game. Just they never really attacked with any of their pieces there. You see my security still at 4. They just weren't super aggressive enough, I don't think. They were just too much waiting for me to make a move, and every time I made a move, they couldn't come back against it. So that was actually game 2 there. I forgot to actually record game 1. Game 1 against the yellow was, I believe it was just so short that I forgot to hit the record button, and it was just kind of one of those like really fast blowout sessions where I just cleared them in just a few turns. Then the second game was a lot better. A lot more back and forth on that one. Alright, so our remaining balance for this week is $1.35, so please make sure you keep liking these videos as it gives us more to work with, more money to spend on packs here. We got the official release coming here very, very soon. I believe when this video drops, just like 2 more weeks, so definitely keep liking so we can get some more product for sure. And for going undefeated this week, we finally hit that last challenge of 15 win streaks, and we get that bonus pack next week. Hopefully, it's going to pan out for us because we're definitely gonna need it as we're going to be prepping for that pro play event. I think it's going to be pretty crazy. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please support the channel in any way you can. Just liking the video or subscribing is a huge, huge help. And if you really want to support the channel, consider checking out my Patreon. There's a link in the description below for it. You can get access to my Discord server as well as some other cool incentives. Also, check out my official merch store. There's a link in the description below for my Teespring account. You get access to all my cool merch that I've got on there, as well as some other cool stuff, cool phone cases, that sort of thing. But like I said, any kind of support is always appreciated. Just simply liking the video can go a very, very long way for me. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.